Hi people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new video. Today's video is a part 2 to my favorite middle grade fantasies. If you didn't know, fantasy is my favorite genre, and middle grade is one of my favorite audiences, so filming this video is so exciting and so much fun for me. So anyway, the first book on this list is called Wilderlore. For those who don't know, this is a middle grade fantasy story following a young girl who's looking for her dad in a mythical land where down can be up, paper is alive, and left is both right and very, very wrong. This book is so good. It is so amazing and it's so incredible and it's just so fascinating. First of all, the world building was so inventive and it was so well done. This book was the first book that I have ever read by this author, and it really solidified how wonderful her writing is. It's so lovely and it's so well done. First of all, the world building is so well developed. Second of all, the characters are so interesting. I really enjoyed the main character. Third of all, the plot is so intriguing and it's so fast paced, and this book is absolutely so fantastic. So with that, I would highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Skysong. This book is a middle grade fantasy following two characters who are both in the search of an ancient magic that may or may not have the power to change everything. This book is so good. I read it in December and I can't stop thinking about it. It's so wholesome and it's so well developed and it's just so good. First of all, the world building was incredible and it's so fantastic. I just really, really enjoyed it. I was so emotionally impacted by this story because it's so good. The world building was fantastic. The plot was so fast paced and it was so action packed and it was so intriguing. The two characters were both so well developed and I really enjoyed their friendship together because it was so good. This book deserves so much more hype because it's absolutely so good and it's so wholesome and it's so whimsical and it's so wonderful and it's so lovely and it's so well done because the characters, the plot, the world building, all of those elements blended well together to make for such a wonderful, lovely story. So with that, I would highly, highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Keeper of the Lost Cities. This book is a middle-grade fantasy following a young girl named Sophie who's forced to leave behind everything that she knows and live in a place that's vastly different than anything that she's ever known. And she also has talents like telepathy that have never been fully explained until now. This book is so fantastic and it's so awesome and it's so excellent and it's so underrated. This book series deserves so much more hype. I'm so excited to read the 9th book in this series. It's supposed to come out in November, but I'm not completely certain on that because it might change. But anyway, this series is literally so good. Shannon Messenger is such a good author because I love the way that she has crafted this world with these characters. All of the characters are so well developed and they're all so distinct. The plot and the world building are so wonderful and so lovely. This book is literally so good and I highly, highly recommend it because it's so fantastic. The writing is absolutely so awesome. Each book is set right after each other and each book ends in a cliffhanger, which just leaves me completely hanging, and I'm so excited to read the next book in this series because I know that it's going to be absolutely so fantastic because all the books in this series are so fantastic. So with that, I would highly, highly recommend this book because it's so good and it deserves so much more hype. The next book on this list is called The Accidental Apprentice. For those who don't know, this book was one of my most anticipated 2021 new releases because it's written by one of my favorite authors, and I knew that this book was going to be absolutely so amazing, and guess what? It was. So for those who don't know, this book is a middle grade fantasy story following a young boy who accidentally bonds with a beast, which changes everything for him. So we love to see it. This book is so good. First of all, the world building was incredible and I loved it. I love stories that have an element of fantastical animals because it just makes it so much more interesting. Because I love animals that are not fictional, so reading about fictional animals is just so cool and it was so fascinating. Second of all, the plot was so fast paced and it was so action packed, and I'm so excited to continue this series because I know that the sequel is going to be absolutely so amazing. The characters are so well developed and they're so distinct, and I love them. Amanda Foody is a genius. So with that, I would highly recommend this book. The next book on this list is called The Strangeworlds Travel Agency. This book is a middle-grade fantasy story that follows a young girl who discovers that traveling through suitcases allows her to explore new worlds, so she joins this magical travel society. This book is so fantastic, and it definitely deserves all of its hype and so much more. First of all, the world building was so incredible because it was so unique and it was so fantastic, and I really wanted to be there with these characters. Second of all, the characters were so well developed and they're so distinct, and I'm so excited to continue this series because I know that the sequels are going to be so amazing because this book was so good. The world building, the action-packed, fast-paced, intriguing plot, the well-developed, distinct characters, this book has it all. It is so incredibly awesome, and it's so fantastic, and it's just so good. It's so amazing. I have really high expectations for this book. I will gladly say that this book lived up to those expectations, so that's why I say that this book deserves all of its hype and so much more, and with that, I highly recommend it. The penultimate book on this list is called The Search for Wonderlaw. For those who don't know, this is a middle-grade fantasy story following a young girl who lives underground and she wishes to go above ground, and her story kicks off when she goes above ground, but not in the way that she expects. So that's fun. This book is literally so awesome and it's so good. The illustrations, the action-packed, fast-paced, intriguing plot, the amazing, fantastic world building, and the well-developed, distinct characters really make such a wonderful, unique, wholesome, whimsical, fantastic, amazing story. This book is literally so good, and it deserves all of its hype and so much more. This trilogy is definitely 100% one of my favorite trilogies of all time, which includes trilogies like the Hunger Games and the Legend trilogy and the Riddle trilogy. Anyway, this book is literally so good because it's so fantastic and it's so wonderful. This author deserves all of the hype and so much more because this book is literally so unique and it's so fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. So with that, I would highly recommend it. The last book on this list, but certainly not the least, is called Emblem the Ice Dragons. For those who don't know, this is a middle-grade fantasy story following a young girl who can turn into a dragon, or maybe it's the other way around, in a society where dragons can be hunted. This book is so good. It is so fantastic, and it's so wonderful, and it's so whimsical, and I really enjoyed it. I'm so excited for this author's next book next month because I have such high expectations because this book, as well as her other book, The Language of Ghosts, are literally so good. But anyway, Ice Dragons is literally so good because first of all, the world building is so unique and so fantastic and it's so well developed. Second of all, the plot was so fast paced and it was so intriguing and so thrilling. Third of all, the characters are so well developed and they're so distinct and they're so well done. This story was so amazing and it's so good. And it's a wonderful fantasy middle-grade standalone and it's so fantastic. This author deserves so much more hype because her writing is literally so amazing. This book is literally so good. So with that, I would highly recommend it. So in conclusion, I really enjoy reading middle-grade fantasies, so filming this video was so much fun. Honestly, I thought by this time I would have grown out of reading middle grade, but I don't think that I will if middle grade fantasies continue to be so amazing and so awesome. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Please remember to stay educated and stay informed and donate to Palestine. Comment down below the fish emoji if you stayed all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. We'll see you in my next video. Bye!